Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a eye makeup tutorial on this look that you see right here. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Alright, to get the look started, I'm going to take this eyeshadow right here and apply it on my crease area and on my outer V just to soften it up a little bit and give the other eyeshadow something to blend into so it can blend out nicely. And then I'm going to take this purpley pink color and apply this on the outer corner of my eye. This color works perfectly as a transition shade for the deep purple and the hot pink that we're going to be applying side by side later on. So I use this as my first transition shade, and I'm only applying this on the outer corner of my eye and really blowing it out. I am going in with this brush to build up the color and then my other brush to blend it out, and I'll do that a couple of times just to build up that intensity. Of course, you guys can build it up as much as you'd like and what you prefer. And you know what I like, I like to be a little bit more on the dramatic side, especially since I'm doing a really big, bold liner. I really want these colors to show through, so I'm bringing them up a lot higher and making sure I apply a lot more pigment. That way they could shine through that black liner, if that makes sense. Now to deepen up that outer corner, I'm going to take this purple eyeshadow right here and apply this on the outer corner, closest to the lash line, and keeping this on that lower part of the outer corner. That way we don't bring it up too high. I want this to be nicely blended and have that really pretty ombre effect, especially with, these bright, vivid colors. It's very easy to see if anything is patchy or unblended, so you want to make sure you take your time with all these different colorful eyeshadows and make sure that you use like the right, transition shades. That way everything looks nicely blended and you don't look crazy. So now I'm going to be going in with this deep purple color, and I'm pretty much going to do what I did with the color that I just used, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corner underneath my crease bone. That way it can have that really pretty gradient effect. So that's pretty much what I'm doing here, and then switching it out with a different brush just to blend it out so there's nothing too harsh and too crazy going on. On the other brush that I'm using right now to blend it out, I do have a little bit more of that purple shade, just to help morph that dark purple into the first two purple shades. And then pretty much just do that until you build it up to your amount of intensity that you prefer. You guys already know. Now to get started with the hot pink, I'm going to take that color right there. It's so bright and so pretty, and oh, I love this color, and I've always wanted to do a look like this using this color, and I'm so happy that I got to use it. And I'm just applying it with a flat shader brush and just really packing on that color first before I start to blend anything out or anything like that. I'm just packing on that pigment and that color, and I'll go back in between with my blending brush and then the other brush that does have a little bit more of that purple pigment, and I'll just kind of morph those shadows together by doing pressing and patting motions and little sweeping motions as well. And I do take a clean blending brush like right here, and I morph all those colors together because you always want to have a clean, blending brush handy. That way, you don't get a bunch of colors all mixed together. You could just use a clean one. As you can see, I took that purple color and dipped a little bit of the black into it as well just to deepen it. It doesn't make it look black, but it just makes that purple more purple, if that makes sense. It just makes it a darker purple. So that's what I'm doing there, and pretty much just going back and forth, building up these two colors and blending them out. So yeah, that's what's going on. And then just so those, orange and that yellow color can really pop out, I'm just taking a little bit of concealer and not really cutting my crease. I'm just like cleaning up that area right there. That way when I go in with the eyeshadows, it'll have a clear, even base so those colors can look nicely blended. So I'm taking that orange color on a flat shader brush and applying it on the pink color a little bit, and then, on the empty space as well. That'll just help the blending process if you slightly apply the colors on top of the other colors where they meet, if that makes sense. And yes, that's Jerry in the background. He's making his cameo. It's the real life that I live. I have my mom, so my little boy is just, running around back there, so just don't mind him. And here I'm just taking the yellow color and applying that on the inner corner and bringing it up slightly. I didn't quite know how I wanted to do transition shades for these two colors, so I just brought up the orange color, as you can see here. I brought it up closer to my crease, and I do the same thing with the yellow eyeshadow. And then I take my clean blending brush and make sure there's no harsh lines between all 4 of those colors. You want everything to look very nicely seamless. Does that make sense? Yeah. And now to clean up any fallout from all those pretty pigmented eyeshadows, I'm just taking a makeup wipe and then also cleaning up the edges as well, and then softening it with my finger just so it doesn't look too harsh. And then I decided to show you slightly what I'm going to be doing with my wing liner, but I'm doing just a pretty much basic wing that I do whenever I show you that I'm doing my wing liner. It's the same wing liner that I do all the time. So I'm going to just zoom right past this. Once I have that liner, I know where I can bring up the darkness for that purple color and all the other colors. So I'm just bringing all those colors a little bit higher. Now that I have that liner there, I could see, you know, how much of the eyeshadows that I can see. So I want to just go ahead and go in with more pigment where it's needed. So I'm first starting with the outer corner and then building my way, or making my way downtown. Making my way to my inner corner with each different color, just to make sure that you can see it through the liner and make sure everything's nicely blended. I hope that makes sense. And then lashes that I'm using today are by Kiss Lashes, and they're in the style Midnight. And I'm just coating my lashes with mascara and then giving them a curl. And then once the glue on your eyelashes are dry and everything's ready to go, you can go ahead and cover any empty spaces with some black liquid liner. And that's the eyes done. I'm going to go ahead and do everything else off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, time to get started on the lower lash line. So, guess what I'm doing? What I did on top, on the bottom. I don't know how many times I have to say that in all my tutorials. You guys already know the deal. So I'm first applying that first transition shade and then building up the same amount of purples that we did on top on the bottom, using all those same purple colors. And then of course, going in with the pink eyeshadow, blending it out. And then going in with the orange eyeshadow and blending it out. And then going in with the yellow. And guess what? Blending it out. I just feel silly like repeating myself when I always say like, oh, what I do on top is what I do on the bottom, but it really is. I don't know what else to say. So to make my inner corner pop, I'm taking my Milk NYX Jumbo pencil and applying that and blending it out with my finger, and then taking the Precious Petals highlight by Wet n Wild, and that's also the highlight that I'm wearing all over my face. I totally bathed in it that day. And yeah, moving on. Now I'm coating my lower lashes with mascara, and now for lips. What do I want to do? Oh, I know. OFRA's ARIES. Always my go-to. I love this color. I think it's so pretty, and with the look, it's like a perfect pinky nude, and usually your girl does not like pinky nudes, but this one speaks to me on levels that I can't even tell you guys. I love this color, and I think it's perfect with the look, but you can definitely use more of a brownish nude if you want. And that's pretty much the makeup done, but this hair, ooh girl, I gotta go work on my hair. I will be right back. Alright guys, and that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I'll check you guys out in my next one as always. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. I love you guys. See you later.